Hey guys, welcome back to this week's comic book review. Finishing up Wolverine Origins. The series is concluding in one more part, guys. This series is ending at 50. And with that, like I said, guys, it's going into two separate titles. Dark Wolverine is ending as well. There's going to be Wolverine again. The reboot is probably going to be Volume 2 or 3. I don't even remember what volume they're up to as far as Wolverine. I think it's Volume 2. And Dakin, Dark Wolverine. I'm getting Wolverine definite. I'll think about Dark Wolverine #1 just to have it, but 50-50 on it. Check out Wolverine Origins. It's definitely a great read. It was a good read. And that's it for Wolverine. Moving into another comic book. Avengers #2. Once again, has that Bendis feel. Whole lot of bullshit and very little action. Wonder Man attacks. There's maybe 2-3 pages of action. Wonder Man disappears. The end. And who is going to build the time machine, might you be asking? By the way, because you know they're looking for the guy to build the time machine. And it is Marvel Boy, for those of you who remember the Dark Avengers, but he doesn't want to go by that anymore. Apparently he wants to go by the Protector. I'm trying to find a good picture of him, but I'm not. Well, those of you who know who Marvel Boy was supposed to be, then you know who he is. I guess I'll just give you that picture then. Marvel Boy is going to be the one, the alien that has the technology to build a time machine. Which he does, and they view the future, and they view all the possibilities. But there's a time rip. And it's caused by the next Avengers, the Avengers children, for killing Kang, or at least that's what they predict. So Iron Man asks him, can you build another machine that'll take us to that time and we'll prevent it? And he's like, yeah, but... And he's like, well, what is going to stop Wonder Man from coming back again? And they're like, don't worry about it. Build it as soon as possible. And obviously they're going to go into the future and try to prevent Kang from dying. They saw a brief picture of the old Hulk. Gotta be honest, guys. Bendis is a lot of bullshit and very little action. Like, for example, and I'm being very generous here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pages of no action. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of action. And then we go back again to talking. 1, 2, 3 pages. And no offense, Apocalypse looks uber fucking gay. You don't take Apocalypse and fuck him in the ass like that. John Romita Jr., please stop. Please. It's terrible. It looks like Andy Venom, the Red Hulk, maybe Wolverine, and Scarlet Witch. Let me show the pictures. Wolverine, Red Hulk, Anti-Venom, Scarlet Witch, it looks like. As the 4 Horsemen. And then you get a bunch of bullshit at the end again about, you know, little chapter 2 of the little typos of the Avengers and stuff like that. To be honest with you guys, Avengers is turning into New Avengers, and New Avengers is turning into the same shit it was before. Talking about what they're doing, taking 8 pages to do what they were talking about, and then talking about their next move yet again. Less talking, Bendis, more action. Everybody's been telling you that. I hear people complaining about other writers that I really have no problem with. With me, I have a problem with Brian Michael Bendis. No offense, but the guy, it's all bullshit. They were bullshitting throughout 90% of this issue. We're at issue 2. The cover show looks like there's going to be action. We need a little action maybe? I'm bored reviewing it. I was bored reading it. Learning about a time machine and bullshit and talking about the time continuum. I mean, I know some comic books involve a lot of talking, but that's going to... We're in issue 2. Watch, by the time we hit issue 7, I'll be saying the same thing. Mark my words, 2-1. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. Let's move into something else. Peter Parker #4, concluding the Spectrum and the Spider-Girl storyline. The Spider-Girls get kidnapped by the undercover police officers who are twisted undercover police officers. And, of course, Pete comes to the rescue. Spider-Man saves the Spider-Girls. Terry Hillman joins them. She actually agrees with them and gives them all the money, gives the people back all the money and stuff like that. And then, let's put it this way, by the end of the issue, we find out that Spectrum isn't exactly a new supervillain. He's kind of a partier. He's a party entertainer. He's an entertainment thing. And, yeah, Terry Hillman says, get the fuck out. You just screwed my party over. And the 3 original Spider-Girls say, you're still the best. And he's like, yeah, selfless hero. Leaves. The end. Oh, and by the way, he stops the crooked cops and tells them they have 1 day to retire, to turn in their badges, or else he's going to release a video where it shows the crooked head cop with the gun to one of the Spider-Girls' heads, saying that he doesn't give a shit if he has to kill her. He's taking Spider-Man in, or somebody's going to die. Peter Parker's really good. I'm enjoying Peter Parker. I normally would say Peter Parker is the best and only good Spider-Man title out there today. Not in this case, which leads me into the next comic, which is the last Spider-Man of the week. Spider-Man 635. Grim Hunt is really good. This is a first, for me, for a while at least. Amazing Spider-Man Grim Hunt was supposed to be my make or break point for Amazing Spider-Man. Make, meaning if it was good, I was going to stick around for Amazing Spider-Man a little bit longer, even if there was another crappy storyline. Break, if this storyline stunk, I was done. Storyline's good. Lots of action. No Peter Parker almost. All about Spider-Man, and all about Spider-Man getting the people, all the Spider family together. And of course, there is a cameo. You know, they have an incarnated Kraven, but he is half lion. And Ezekiel's back. Thank you. Ezekiel is back, and he's telling Spider-Man a whole bullshit story where he's like, we have to get all the spiders together, and he goes off and he finds Arachnia. By the way, Arachnia's in this. He's like, we gotta go find the spiders, we gotta go find Anti-Venom, we gotta go find Venom, and they'll stand on our side against the Cravens. Of course it's a trap, and Ezekiel is really Chameleon. Big spoiler alert right here. Ezekiel is Chameleon. And yeah, it's a trap set by the Cravens, and Spider-Man still has the swine flu, so he's not all there. And they fucking stab the shit out of him, and in the end his blood is leaked, and last page, Kraven is reborn, not as a zombie, not as a rotting corpse, as Kraven. Kraven is back. Also, a little side story here, Kane did shave and cut his hair, and he looks just like Peter Parker now. So Kane no longer has the goatee nor the long hair, he just looks exactly like Peter Parker. But it looks like Kane is going to show up again pretty soon. 4-part, I believe it's a 4-part series, because then Omitted is coming out. One Moment in Time, or some Omit, or some shit like that. But anyway, I'm hoping Omit isn't bad. I'm really, because this is so good. If Omit is so bad, it's going to destroy this good story. It's a great story. I can't wait for the next issue. You know, you have Spider-Man bleeding to death. Kraven's back. Kane is somewhere out there, and Madam Web is just sitting there, I want to say watching on, but she's kind of blind, so she's kind of just there knowing what's going on. And she tells Peter he's special. We all know Spider-Man's special. Ezekiel told him that before, the real Ezekiel told him that before he died. He's a child of destiny or whatever. And that concludes Marvel. So come back in part 3 for DC Comics. We will be starting DC Comics next, and we'll see if we're going into another 2 parts or another 1 part. Catch you guys next part.